Have you ever considered that there might be a better alternative to moving into a nursing home? For many individuals between the ages of 60 and 85, the idea of entering a nursing home can trigger feelings of fear and loss of independence. It often feels like giving up control over your life, as if a decision is being made for you before you're truly ready. But the reality is, nursing homes are no longer the only option. Today, more older adults are exploring different ways to age that are not only safer, but also offer more freedom, dignity, and personal satisfaction. This video will introduce 7 alternative solutions to traditional nursing home care. These options reflect modern approaches to aging that prioritize autonomy, comfort, and meaningful living. They're not just abstract ideas, they're real, practical paths that many people are choosing right now. One of these alternatives might be exactly what you or someone you love has been looking for. Make sure to watch until the end. You may come away with a whole new perspective on what aging can look like and realize that you have more choices than you ever imagined. Some of these solutions are straightforward, while others might surprise you, but they all focus on one central goal: helping you live your later years in a way that matches your values and lifestyle. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you can stay updated with helpful and inspiring content created specifically for people in this stage of life. Everyone deserves to have choices as they grow older, and this video is here to show you what those choices can be. Option number 1, remaining at home with in-home support. One of the most empowering decisions older adults can make is choosing to stay in the comfort of their own home while receiving in-home care. Rather than relocating to a facility, many seniors are opting to remain in familiar surroundings with added support to maintain their quality of life. This approach isn't about giving up independence. In fact, it's about preserving it by making daily life more manageable. In-home care can range from basic assistance like meal preparation, light housekeeping, and running errands, to more personal services such as help with bathing, dressing, and medication reminders. For many aging individuals, continuing to sleep in their own bed, relax in their favorite chair, or tend to their plants brings a deep sense of comfort and control. These everyday routines aren't extravagant, they're meaningful. Maintaining a familiar environment can significantly impact mental and emotional well-being. Research has shown that seniors who age in place often retain sharper cognitive abilities and experience fewer depressive symptoms than those who transition to institutional care. The psychological benefits of staying at home stem from the brain's recognition of a safe and comforting space, something that can't easily be replicated in a facility. Consider Margaret, a 78-year-old woman whose mobility and memory have declined slightly. She doesn't require full-time care, but she does benefit from a caregiver who visits 5 days a week to assist with her medications and basic household tasks. This support allows her to enjoy her daily crossword puzzle, watch birds from her kitchen window, and share coffee with her neighbor on Sundays. Margaret didn't need to leave her home. She simply needed the right kind of help, right where she was. The beauty of in-home care is its adaptability. It can start with minimal visits and scale up gradually as needs evolve. This flexibility makes it a respectful and personalized solution. For many older adults, choosing in-home care is not just about convenience. It's about maintaining their identity, dignity, and the everyday joys that bring meaning to life. Option number 2, living with family in a supportive setting. A growing and meaningful alternative to nursing homes is living with family, particularly adult children, in a well-planned, respectful arrangement. This doesn't mean surrendering independence or becoming a burden. Instead, it's about building a supportive, mutual relationship where all family members benefit. When thoughtfully organized, multi-generational living can offer emotional closeness, care, and a renewed sense of connection. Rather than feeling isolated or dependent, seniors in these situations often find themselves more engaged in their family's everyday lives. They may help with childcare, share wisdom through stories, or simply provide a calming presence in a hectic household. These roles offer older adults not just companionship, but also a sense of purpose and belonging. Psychologically, being needed and appreciated in a family environment can significantly reduce loneliness and improve emotional well-being. However, for this type of living arrangement to be successful, clear boundaries and mutual respect are essential. Everyone's personal space and routines must be honored. The best setups are those that respect the independence and dignity of the older adult while also integrating them into family life. You're not moving in to be looked after. You're becoming part of a shared household that values your presence and contributions. Take the story of James, 81, who moved in with his daughter after losing his wife. They converted the space above the garage into a private apartment for him, complete with a small kitchen, separate entrance, and his own routine. While James maintains his independence, he also joins the family for dinners, watches his grandson's games, and feels truly included, without compromising his peace and privacy. This balance has made a major difference in his quality of life. Financially, this kind of arrangement can also be helpful, reducing living expenses for everyone involved and potentially qualifying the family for tax benefits or financial support programs. More importantly, it brings a layer of security, knowing that someone is nearby in case of an emergency. Multi-generational living, when done with care and communication, is about connection, not dependency. It's a way to share life while maintaining your own. Option number 3, aging in place with smart home upgrades. Another powerful alternative to nursing home living is choosing to age in place, enhanced by smart home modifications and careful planning. This isn't about resisting change, it's about adapting your environment to support your independence and safety. More and more older adults are modifying their homes not because they're giving up, but because they want to continue living life on their own terms. These modifications can include practical updates like stair lifts, non-slip floors, walk-in bathtubs, grab bars, and motion-activated lighting. The goal is to make daily movement easier and safer, allowing seniors to remain in their homes longer and with greater confidence. Aging in place doesn't mean denying the realities of aging. It means preparing for them thoughtfully so that independence can be preserved. Technology plays a major role in this transition as well. Tools like voice-activated assistants, emergency alert systems, video doorbells, and automated medication dispensers are increasingly common. Far from being luxuries, these devices serve as everyday tools that support both safety and dignity. They provide peace of mind while allowing older adults to stay connected and secure, even when living alone. The emotional and psychological benefits of aging in place are significant. Staying in your own home means remaining surrounded by familiar sights, smells, and personal belongings. It's a way to preserve your identity and maintain continuity in your life. This kind of stability can't easily be replicated in institutional care. Take Linda, 79, who chose to renovate her home after experiencing a fall. Initially, she was hesitant, feeling that the changes signaled a decline. But soon after the updates were made, she said she felt more independent than she had in years. She could shower without worry, move around freely, and navigate her day with renewed confidence. For families, supporting a loved one's decision to age in place is a powerful sign of trust and respect. It shows belief in their strength and honors their wish to remain where they feel most at home. While this path can require effort and investment, it often results in the greatest reward, restoring a sense of control and reinforcing a loved one's autonomy. Ready for the next option? Option number 4, multi-generational living with healthy boundaries. A growing alternative to traditional senior living is multi-generational households, particularly within close-knit families. But this isn't about simply moving in with your adult children and becoming the default babysitter or live-in help. The success of this living arrangement hinges on one crucial element: clear boundaries. When handled with care and intention, multi-generational living can actually strengthen family bonds rather than strain them. This arrangement offers daily companionship, emotional support, and shared responsibilities, benefits that are often missing in institutional environments. However, without open communication and structure, it can lead to stress, resentment, and a diminished sense of self. The most effective setups begin with honest conversations. Everyone involved should be clear on expectations, roles, and responsibilities. It's essential to designate private space for the older adult, as well as time and areas in the home that are respected by all family members. Think of this model as co-living rather than caregiving. Older adults in these homes aren't sidelined. They're active members of the household. They might contribute by doing light tasks, sharing stories and experiences, or simply offering a calming presence. Their role is valued, not taken for granted. Take Mary, 83, who moved in with her daughter and son-in-law after her husband passed away. Rather than feeling like an afterthought, Mary was given her own suite and daily routines that were respected. She participates in family life, helps make decisions, and even became the go-to storyteller for her grandchildren's bedtime. Mary says she feels useful without being overburdened and supported without feeling overwhelmed. From a psychological standpoint, multi-generational living can offer seniors a sense of purpose and deeper connection. But it also requires mutual respect, flexibility, and the willingness to adapt when things aren't working. It's not about returning to outdated family roles. It's about redefining them in a healthy, balanced way that honors everyone's needs. This modern approach to shared living combines the warmth of family tradition with the emotional intelligence of today's understanding of personal space and well-being. When done thoughtfully, it can be one of the most rewarding living arrangements for both seniors and their families. Ready for the next idea? Option number 5, independent living communities with on-demand support. Many people assume the only choices in later life are either staying home alone or moving into a nursing home. But there's a valuable middle ground. Independent living communities that provide freedom with optional support. These communities are designed for older adults who are largely self-sufficient but want the reassurance of assistance when needed, without constant oversight. In these settings, residents typically live in private apartments or small cottages, maintaining their independence while having access to help on their own terms. Meal services, social events, transportation, and light medical support are available, but not mandatory. The key is flexibility. Seniors can participate as much or as little as they like. There's no one hovering. Support is simply there when and if it's needed. One of the most powerful benefits of these communities is social connection. Loneliness is often a hidden challenge in aging, slowly eroding mental and physical health. Independent living communities address this by creating an environment of shared experiences. Residents often find comfort in being surrounded by others at a similar life stage, leading to friendships, meaningful conversations, and a renewed sense of purpose. And these aren't one-size-fits-all communities. Many offer distinct themes or focuses. Some emphasize wellness and nature, others prioritize the arts, creativity, or even lifelong learning. It's not just about age, it's about finding a place that aligns with your interests and lifestyle. Take Ron, 78, as an example. After losing his wife and with his children living far away, retirement began to feel isolating. His home, once a place of comfort, became a lonely space. Everything changed when he moved to an independent living community with walking trails, a woodworking shop, and a weekly film club. He still enjoys shopping and cooking for himself, but now his days begin with a walk among friends and coffee brewed by someone else. Simple changes that have brought joy and structure back into his life. These communities are becoming increasingly popular because they offer what many seniors truly want: autonomy, dignity, companionship, and a safety net. Not a surrender of control, but an expansion of possibilities. More and more older adults are shifting the question from, where do I go if I can't live alone, to where can I go to live my best life now? Option number 6, aging in place with smart home technology. There's something deeply meaningful about remaining in your own home as you age. The spaces are filled with memories, the garden blooms with flowers planted long ago, and everything is arranged just how you like it. For many seniors, home is not just a place, it's a reflection of a life well lived. However, staying at home used to come with certain risks: accidental falls, missed medications, and the fear of a medical emergency happening with no one around to help. Thankfully, those fears are being eased by the rise of smart home technology. Today's technology is transforming aging in place into one of the safest and most empowering options for older adults. And the best part, these tools aren't just for tech experts or the wealthy. Many smart home devices are now affordable, simple to use, and designed specifically with seniors in mind. Take fall detection systems, for instance. Gone are the days of wearing a clunky pendant around your neck. Now, discrete sensors can be placed in your walls or ceiling to monitor movement and alert family or emergency responders automatically if a fall occurs. No need to press a button. Similarly, voice-assisted medication reminders can gently prompt you to take your pills, and some systems even dispense medications at the right time. If a dose is missed, a loved one might get a message, allowing for a supportive check-in without nagging. Other innovations add comfort and safety in subtle ways. Smart lighting that activates when you get up at night, reducing the chance of trips and falls. Thermostats that adjust automatically so you're never too cold or too hot. And even refrigerators that notify you when food is nearing expiration. This isn't about replacing your independence. It's about strengthening it. Harold, 81, lives alone after the loss of his wife. His son was initially worried, but after they installed a smart hub, motion sensors, and a wearable alert device, everyone felt more at ease. Harold didn't feel monitored. He felt respected. He remained in control of his daily life while knowing help was always available if needed. That's the true benefit of today's smart home solutions. You gain freedom, safety, and dignity, all while continuing to live in the place that holds your heart. With thoughtful technology, aging in place is no longer a risk. It's a smart, confident choice. Option number 7, intergenerational living communities. A quiet yet powerful shift is taking place in the way many older adults are choosing to live, one that moves away from isolation and toward meaningful connection. Increasingly, seniors are opting to live in intergenerational communities, places where people of all ages live side by side in integrated neighborhoods, not separated buildings. These communities are built around everyday life, encouraging interaction, mutual support, and a true sense of belonging. Unlike traditional senior housing, these neighborhoods are intentionally designed to foster connection. They feature shared spaces, community meals, and opportunities for regular interaction. Imagine having neighbors who are not only your peers, but also young professionals, students, or families. One day they might lend a hand with groceries or stop by for a chat, and the next you might share a story, a meal, or life advice in return. It's not about charity or dependence. It's about mutual enrichment. Take Joan, 76, for example. She lives in an intergenerational community in Oregon, where high school students reside in nearby dorm-style housing. Every Thursday, she hosts a poetry group with the teens. In return, they help her navigate technology, replace hard-to-reach light bulbs, and introduce her to new music. Joan says the experience has made her feel vibrant and connected again. These communities often include amenities that naturally encourage social engagement: gardens, walking trails, libraries, and multi-purpose centers. There are no sterile hallways or locked doors, just inviting spaces where people of all ages come together. The benefits go far beyond emotional well-being. Research shows that older adults in intergenerational communities experience slower cognitive decline and significantly less loneliness. Meanwhile, younger residents gain empathy, life perspective, and real-world relationships that go beyond screens. This lifestyle isn't about stepping back from the world. It's about stepping back into it with intention and purpose. For those who feel they still have much to give but aren't sure where to share it, intergenerational living offers the ideal environment. In these communities, connection becomes more than just social. It becomes a source of healing. Because sometimes the most powerful medicine isn't found in a bottle, but in laughter shared over dinner, a walk with a neighbor, or a conversation between generations. Final thoughts. Aging doesn't mean surrendering your independence or losing your dignity. For many, the thought of moving into a nursing home stirs an unspoken fear: the quiet, the monotony, the feeling of being just another face in a facility rather than a person truly seen and valued. But as we've discussed, there are many alternatives that respect your spirit, your preferences, and the life you've lived. Whether it's choosing to live in co-housing with friends, staying close to adult children while maintaining your autonomy, finding support in a senior village, receiving in-home care, joining an intergenerational community, or downsizing to a neighborhood that fits your lifestyle, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Yet these options share a vital common goal: to keep you feeling human, connected, and in control of your life. You've experienced too much to simply hand over the reins without consideration. So take a moment to reflect. What option resonates most with you? Which choice makes you feel a little lighter just imagining it? Because aging isn't just about adding more years to life. It's about making sure those years truly belong to you and feel meaningful every step of the way. Thanks for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned and how you might apply it in your life. Your feedback means a lot and motivates us to keep creating helpful content. If you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us continue delivering valuable information and inspiration. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to connect with you in the next video.